Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon and good morning to all those beautiful people in Australia and overseas in the Northern Hemisphere. My name is Jordie James. I'm a psychic medium. I'm based in Wallen, Victoria, in Australia. I just want to breathe. It's such an interesting day. I've been a little bit under the weather at the start of the week, but that is my energy shifting. I've noticed that over the last month or two, and I know September, I've spoken about September being my kryptonite month, where I go through a lot of human side of myself. The last couple of days has been more energetic and more sort of understanding where I sit. So really interesting. I was going to talk about, and I don't know if I've talking about, oh my God, if I could speak English, it would be good. If I just wanted to talk about being in a center of ourselves. And I don't know if I've talked about this previously, but I just want to say over the weekend, I did a beautiful inspirational talk about authenticity, and it was such an interesting conversation when the inspiration came through about how sometimes we are authentic, but then we wear different hats, and we have to sort of make sure we blend ourselves, our authentic self, into those different hats, like mum, daughter, friend, grandmother, all those beautiful hats that we have. But sometimes we sort of get a little bit lost in going, okay, but where am I in this? So as I talk about this, it's more about being in a breath state where our soul is, where our heart is, and honoring the emotions that we go through every day and not put them to the side. So allowing yourselves to be free, allow yourselves to be and not worry about what other people think of us or say, or opinions. Yes, they're opinions, but to be able to trigger us in a way of their opinions, then maybe we might have said something, or we might have been who we are, and it's not reflected on them, but sort of giving them a sense of, hold on a second, why have you got it together and I don't? And we're all different. We're all in this beautiful humanity together, but separately, we've still got to be our true selves. And it can be hard nowadays with social media and being in the public spotlight. And I've got some beautiful friends who are also in this industry, and we sort of have to always take stock of going where we're coming from and who we are authentically, who we are in this beautiful plan of what the universe has for us. So today or this evening or tonight, just take a breath, even maybe journal or voice record what your thoughts are about yourself, and feel grateful and going all the experiences you've had on that day. And I know that I'm starting to become more connected and more aware, and actually disconnected as well. I'm actually disconnecting myself from a lot of social media. Yes, I'm on my page, but allowing myself to just have that freedom of going, okay, time limit. And because I used to be like, as they say, puppies, babies, and social media are the best time wasters sometimes. Not the best, but babies and puppies definitely the best time wasters, because you sort of play with them and muck around, and then all of a sudden you've got 4 hours have gone because you've been around them and just being in that moment. So when I've found that with social media, it's a really different thing, and I'm like, oh, hang on a second, I need to pull away from that. So allowing yourself to know and shift and change is really the authentic self that you are. So remember, we always go with ebbs and flows. We can never be up or down all the time. We've got to have that sort of balance. And if we are low, do things that give us that spark, give us that light of our authenticity. So I hope that resonates with you this week. I know it has for me, and I've got a workshop coming up in a couple of weeks, so it sort of makes sense why I'm going through all these things ready for the workshop with my beautiful friend Nick Vibes. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to that. Now I have a gorgeous Alexa from Sheffield in Pennsylvania. Hi Alexa, how are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Now, would you like me to go psychic with what's going on around you, or
Wait, can you repeat
mediumship,
yourself?
which is connecting with loved ones? Sorry?
Can you say that again?
Okay. Would you like to go psychic with what's going on around you, or mediumshiply, which is connecting with loved ones?
A median.
Yeah, no problem. So it's as I blend with your beautiful loved ones that are stepping forward, I've got this gorgeous lady, and I feel like she always walked with purpose. She's got this beautiful, it's not that she was a big lady, but I know that when she walked, there was heaviness around her walking, and I know she wasn't heavy, but I just want to say she always walked with purpose. And it's really interesting because I feel like as I was talking about authenticity and being very authentic, she was the one that would definitely be the words of wisdom in the family, or the words of guidance in the family. And I know this beautiful lady would have been either a grandmother for you or a great aunt, because I feel with you. I feel I've also got heart and lung. It's sort of like heart and lung. I feel like my lungs are quite tight. Would this make sense with you, darling?
Hmm?
Would this make sense? So your grandmother who has passed, and with your grandmother on mum's side?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did she always walk with purpose? Yes.
Yes.
She wasn't light on her feet. She was quite like, when your nan was around, because there would be thumping, but she definitely walked with purpose. Like there was a heaviness, but I know she wasn't a heavy lady. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, it would.
Beating out of her chest, but she's so excited and she's so proud of you. And she wants to acknowledge 5 children, or one of 5. Would this make sense with you?
Can you repeat that?
She's acknowledged 5 children. So would this make sense with mum or yourself being one of 5?
Yeah.
Also, through she's giving me this gorgeous like silver platter that would have. It's funny, I see coins on it, but I can also see it's like one of those little gorgeous sort of plates that would be at the door that would hold coins or keys, or um, different like odds, she calls it, odds and bods plate. Would that make sense to you?
Yes.
Thank you. And also, she keeps telling me that you need to study again. So, are you looking at study?
You're cutting out.
Oh, bugger. I hope you can still hear me.
Okay, I
Okay.
can hear you now.
Alexa? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that. We had a little bit of internet interference. God bless its cotton socks. So, as I was saying, would it make sense, thank you, that you're wanting to study? Thank you. Because she's telling me that you need to get your head out of the clouds, and bring your beautiful, it's like I want to go back to who you are authentically. So it's really interesting. I was talking about being authentic before.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if that was study, or I just want to say that to you. Now, also, as she's stepping forward, she wants to give you a big hug. Now, is July a birthday celebration anniversary I want to acknowledge around the family?
Is there one coming up?
Is there a July birthday?
Yeah, that would be my grandpa
Thank you.
that just recently
And
passed. Like,
uh, okay. So would I say, if I said that to you, then she's also acknowledging roses and flowers around this as well. But if it's your grandfather who has just, would that be her husband,
um, if we're
or is
talking
it
about
your
my grandma, yeah.
dad?
If we're talking about my
Okay.
grandpa, yeah. Like,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me just keep going here because your grandmother is just very excited to be here and she just wants to grab all the family in her arms. And I know she's got this beautiful essence around her. And the biggest thing is she wants to say to you is stand your ground with family at the moment because you're allowing them to give you options where you should be doing your own thing. Does that make sense?
yes.
Thank you. And it's all, she keeps telling me to walk outside and take a deep breath. For some reason, I don't know if you lived on, it's like I want to say there would be farms or ranches around you, but I can see walking along long roads to go to the neighbors and things like that. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you. And the last thing she wants to give you is it's like she wants to give you some I don't know, I want to say cornbread but also biscuits. So I know what you that I know you know what they mean. But she's also getting a little bit choked up as well. So may I leave that with you, Alexa? She just wants to give you a massive hug and lift you up and pull your chin up and go, girl, you've got this.
All right.
Okay. May I leave that with you, darling? You can always connect with me on Jordie J and Psychic Medium on Facebook page. Everyone have a lovely, lovely Wednesday evening. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, a Thursday. And I will catch up with you all next week. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.